It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Drake May. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Patriots and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his fifth season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Patriots defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test. Taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Jones on the return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Patriots take over. So here come the Patriots to take over for the first time, led out by the rookie, the 3rd overall pick back in April out of UNC, and that's Drake May.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 15 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, you know, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. It's Williams on the catch. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw with May. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, New England.
They run once more with Henderson. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the handoff, Henderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To the air, May. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Drake May taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Looking to pass. Tua. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Pats offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing here is May. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. The Patriots at 7-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw, it's May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
In motion left, Hill. After the turnover, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Tua. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
From the shotgun, it's May.
That is caught. It's Williams. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Looking to throw, May.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 1. A running play. It's Dowdle.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
At the 46-yard line.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 41-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's May. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's May. Under pressure, they got him again. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. On play action. Here's Tua, flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. It'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of the season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Henderson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action, May. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
In motion, Hill. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A give for Henderson running to the right. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 70 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They'll throw with May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. To the air, May. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They run here with Dowdle. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Henderson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking to pass. Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
In motion, Hill. Here's Tua.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the gun, it's Tua.
Open net is Waddle, complete.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Slot man moves right. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
From it, stops short of the 35.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Tua, a final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Joe Milton, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Amari Cooper, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. The Raiders see their losing streak go to 11 as they remain winless on the year. It was a terrific first half from the rookie number 3 overall pick, Drake May. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Patriots offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped. 3rd and 2.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing here is May. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
To throw, it's May. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's May. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Henderson will try and run for the first. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They're going on 4th down. May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Play action. May. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. May. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. 14 yards that time for number 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun to give to Henderson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. 2nd and 5. May now off the bootleg. Throw out wide is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Keion White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Jones.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Patriots offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To the air, May.
He's got the... And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
2nd and short now following the fumble. They'll throw with May. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. A solid gain of 15 yards in the sticks. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the gun, it's May. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This to Laporta, right side. Even with a 3rd and 2 coming up, they got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Dowdle will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Drake May
Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, this is where it pays to have a quarterback you can trust with the ball in his hands. Normally you want him throwing, or at least trying to make this an option. But here, this is a straight run, a QB draw, and he reads things perfectly and takes it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And out come the Dolphins now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's Hill, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Miami. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1 at their 48-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, here's Tua going for it all.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good for another Miami Dolphins.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The visitors' offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's May. And Diggs has it. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, May with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw, it's May. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball. Got them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. 19 yards there on the catch and run. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down is May. Touchdown, Patriots! From 13 yards out. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's Tua.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Got a man. It's Kayshon Boutte.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On target over the middle to Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Here's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now a handoff. Henderson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Patriots, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.